Yo guys, Frost here, and today I'm going to be showing you the comparisons between playing the game on a phone and playing the game on a tablet. Both of these devices have upsides and downsides, so let's get into it. Just before the video starts, guys, I just want to say, just excuse the gameplay in the background. Like, it's decent. Obviously I wouldn't put it in here if it wasn't like half decent, but it's just a bit bad. I don't know why, because I'm like having problems with like everything in the game. Movement feels really slow to me. I've not even been playing like the 3 cat spam game mode that much, so I don't know why movement feels so slow. And it feels like I'm just sticking to the ground. I can't get off the ground, and weapon switching is really hard at the moment. I'm not sure why, it's just really annoying, but I'm going to try practice a bit more and get rid of this problem. But yeah, alright, so first up we have tablet, and personally I have a iPad as my tablet that I play on. I have the latest iPad, just a normal one, not an iPad Pro or Air. I don't know what generation it is, because Apple stopped putting that on their website, which is a bit weird. But yeah, I just have a normal iPad, guys, and the size, it's actually really good. I like the size, but recently I've been thinking it might be a little bit too big. But I like playing on it more than a phone, because I'd rather have it a bit more big than a bit small, because I can just press stuff easier. And the play styles I use for this, I use claw, as you can see my button layout, because then I can use like both hands the same instead of using one hand for like jumping, shooting and looking around. I can use, yeah, I just find that easier. But it is less like, you can't bring the iPad like everywhere you go. Like, why it's good on a phone, like if you're just bored on like, say in the car or like on a train or something, I don't know, this is really random, but with an iPad you can't like bring that around with you. The button layout's actually really small. Like, this sounds weird, but as you can see, like the hotbar where your weapons are is right, just look at that and then look at the space on either side. It's a lot slimmer than on a phone. I'll do a comparison on screen now, but yeah, it's a lot smaller, that gap, so your D-pad can't be as big and as like spread out, I guess, as well as the jump button and shoot button, which is why it's a lot better to play claw on like a tablet. And one of the main reasons I like playing on the tablet is because the people on screen are a lot easier to see. You don't have to like squint at the screen. You can just see them like right there. It's a lot easier to like aim and see. However though, the FOV or field of view is like a lot smaller in my opinion. It feels so zoomed in. I wish you could change the field of view, but sadly you can't. Yeah, I'll do another comparison on screen to show the phone and the iPad, because the iPad is just, yeah, it just feels like it's been cropped, like I don't know, it's weird. It doesn't feel normal. It feels like it's just been, yeah, cropped. So yeah, that's why I like the phone, and I started playing on phone recently for like a few days. I was trying to learn how to play phone because the field of view was a lot better, but I couldn't play claw on the phone, and yeah, I couldn't play claw, so that's basically why I just went back to tablet, and that's why I think my aim's really shit. Alright guys, now onto phone. I have an iPhone XR, and I really like the phone. The only problem with phone is, I like the size. I do actually like the size, like how wide it is, and like basically the width to height ratio. That sounds so nerdy, but yeah. But the actual physical size of the phone in your hand, like, that's what I don't like. It's actually really small, but the actual like ratio for it is really good, because it has a wider FOV, as you can see, as I said earlier. Like, it's much wider, there's more space for buttons on the actual screen, but like when you're holding it, it just feels tiny. Maybe for you guys who play on phone, you don't really notice it, but once you've had like a tablet and you've played on there for like a long time, then you can't go back to phone. I don't know, but yeah, I've played on tablet most of my life. I've played since like 2013 on different tablets, so that's maybe why I can't use phone. But yeah, that's why I don't use it. The playstyles for phone is I tried to play claw on phone, as I said earlier, but it's literally impossible for some reason. Like where you put the shoot button in the top left, but because it's so small, you have to, like, when you're playing claw, you have to like use both. You have to use your thumb and your index finger, but your index finger, you can't use like the actual tip of your finger. You have to use like the side of it because it's like in a weird position because it's so small, and it doesn't register the click every time when you use that part of the finger, so that's why it doesn't work, which is kind of, well, it just sucks. So that's, I would play on phone, but that's why I don't. And yeah, it's more portable. You can just bring it everywhere. Say like you're in the car, as I said, you can just bring your phone and you can play. The button layout, yeah, it has more space on the sides. As you can see, the D-pad's like the maximum size, but there's so much more space around it, so there's more space for your finger to go. It's just more comfortable. It is a lot harder to see people because of how small it is, because my phone's like, it's like, my phone's like 6 inches long. I'm just guessing that's around the size, which is actually really small if you think about it. Playing a game like a first person shooter game, that's really small. You have to look at like the screen really intensely, because not all of your enemies are like right in front of you. They're like miles away sometimes, like on Nuke City or like, I don't know, King of the Hill. Yeah, it's just so hard to play. And yeah, that's my comparison video. To wrap it up, I prefer playing on tablet. I'd recommend playing on tablet, but the phone still has upsides like FOV and stuff. So if you can get used to playing claw really weirdly, or just playing the game with your shoot button in the normal spot, then yeah, I'd recommend playing on phone, because FOV is better and it's easier to press the categories, I think. So wait, no, I don't know. On the tablet it's harder to reach to get the categories to come up. It's harder to click the category buttons like back up and stuff because they're so far apart, but on the phone it's easier because they're closer together, but they're smaller, so I don't know. Basically, I like tablet more, and thanks for watching, guys.